Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't already know, my name is Lauren and today I'm just going to be updating you on life and particularly on how my 2020 goals are going for me. Speaking of 2020, what a year so far. It's only June, so we're halfway through it. We still have half of it to go. What an absolute mess. I think we're all in the same boat here. Because there's such a big emphasis on this being a new decade, I feel like everyone was just like, not even new year, new me, but new decade, new me. And of course, we all just got like hit in the face with a brick. So all of us, I think we're all in the same place where we're not even on the bandwagon together anymore, where we're all trying to try new things and be better people for ourselves. We've all fallen off because the world has literally just gone to who knows what. So yeah, if you haven't seen my 2020 goals video yet, you should go watch that first so you understand what I'm talking about. I'll link it somewhere up here so you can easily access it and don't have to rummage through everything. But let's get into it. My 2020 goals. So the main gist of my 2020 goals was to have a healthier lifestyle / developing healthier habits and taking everything step by step. So what we learned in uni was the Alexander technique, and part of that was talking about end gaining. End gaining would be about thinking about the end result rather than the process to get to that end. So you kind of just been skipping ahead and not thinking about whatever's happening in the moment, which is not a good thing, and it is a habit that all of us have. We end gain a lot. So my 2020 goals was basically to take things step by step and hopefully within that just create healthier habits. And if I was taking things step by step, that would be a healthier thing for me to do anyway, instead of thinking about the end and the future, and to stop worrying so much. So I started doing a gratitude journal. I had a to-do list. I wanted to sleep earlier to get more into my faith. I would read my Bible every day, which I should have already been doing anyway, but you know, writing the verse of the day in the notes part of my to-do list, and also saving the picture and putting it as my wallpaper on my phone so I can look at it all the time and kind of have it as the theme of the day. Now that was all going well until March hit, and everyone knows that March was kind of like the month that went on forever. For me, it went quick. I don't know why for me it had like the reverse effect. Maybe because like everything was so chaotic, so it was kind of just this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, like it was overwhelming. So maybe that's why for me it felt quick, not so much slow. First things first, I'm going to talk about my to-do list and the journal. My journaling was pretty good. I mean, there would be days where I often forgot. I think that was the thing that was lacking the most. Aside from my sleeping pattern, I never got to sleep early. Never. Even when I tried, my body just would not go to sleep. My body is just really bad at going to sleep. Like, horrible. There would be nights where I would stay up for 2 hours and still not be asleep. And then I'd be in bed thinking about how I can't sleep, even though I really wanted to sleep. And I'd be so tired. And then it'd make me even more frustrated because I'm so tired and I wanted to go to sleep, but I couldn't go to sleep and I just kept thinking about needing to go to sleep. Just those moments are the worst. If anyone has tips on how to fix your sleeping habits, please let me know, because I don't know. My to-do list was actually pretty helpful. It actually showed me that I need to learn how to prioritize things, because there are some things that take longer to complete than others, and sometimes I would shove everything all into one day and be like, I want to smash out this. I'm going to work out today. I'm going to take my dog for a walk. I'm going to edit my video. I'm going to do this. So many things. And it was hard for me to just not prioritize so much, but understand more of the timing of things and how long each thing was going to take and how I would feel before, during, afterward. So going with the flow a bit. It's kind of weird because I need a schedule, but I also need to learn how to go with the flow. So I am very bad with going with the flow. I am very particular with things. So if things are out of place, I'm just like, at church the other week, because we're still doing our streaming, we have a book. We have a book that's for our youth group, and I'm a youth group leader. I went into Vistaprint and I got super excited about our new logo, and I got a little stamp made for our youth group, and we have these exercise books for the kids so they can write notes. And there was a spare one, and I was like, you know what, this can be a leader's book kind of thing, or like any important information. So I put the stamp on it so people know it's our book, and then someone wrote in it, and I got really mad because it's our youth book, not everyone else's book. So just things like that I'm very particular with, and I get really annoyed. Yeah, through the to-do list, I learned that while I do need to set goals for the day and things I want to accomplish for the day, I also need to learn to go with the flow. So I think getting back into it, which is going to be really hard, the whole premise of what my 2020 goals are about, just taking things one step at a time. So I think from here on out, I'm probably going to reintroduce these things one at a time, just to make it a little bit easier for me to process. So yeah, the gratitude journal, I should really get back into doing that, because especially during this time where everyone feels like the world is just crashing around us, gratitude journal is something that could be really helpful right now. So I think I really need to push to be doing that, and just finding things to be grateful in the little things. It doesn't have to be about the big things. Like, I don't know, this is just the first thing that came to my head. I got a brand new car. I'm grateful for that. Like, it doesn't have to be something that's so massive. It could be something as small as, I'm grateful that I have shelter. I'm grateful for the electricity that I have in my house. I'm grateful for having clean water. I'm grateful that I got to be happy and smile today. Just little things like that. They don't have to be huge things, as long as we take those little steps to be grateful about things in life. So I think that would be really great, even for you guys. I encourage you guys to do it. Maybe we can do it together. Like, just learn to be grateful just about anything in life. Because while the world is really suffering, there is still some good things that we can be positive about. And I think that could really help our attitude and perspective on life at the moment. We'll be grateful, all of us. So I encourage you guys to do it. I'm going to try getting back into that gratitude journal as well. To-do list, I know that I said in my other video, the small little essential things like taking my vitamins or watering the plants and stuff like that, things I should be doing like every day almost, that I'll just write it for a bit and then get used to it and then put more important things on there. I think for me at the moment, if I'm going to get back into doing my to-do list, I think the way that I would do it now is write down the small little things I have to do every day and put maybe one or two big things. Because before I was kind of just like, I want to smash out this. While I was being very productive, it wasn't so much in a good way where I would pace myself. It was like, I'm just going to smash everything out, and if I forget about some other things, like sometimes I'd even forget to eat, especially with the timing of how I work. For the days that I do work, most of the time I do a morning shift and an afternoon shift, so it's a split shift, and you have time in between to do whatever you want. And for me, sometimes I struggle to find the right time to do things, because in the mornings I don't eat breakfast before I go to work because it's a shorter shift. I'll go to work and then eat breakfast when I come home. But sometimes I want to go to the shops before I get home, and then by the time I get home, it's a little bit late. I would have a late breakfast, and then I'd think, oh, so I have to wait 2 hours before I have to exercise now. What can I do in those 2 hours? Maybe I'll edit a video. But then because I'm editing a video and the way I am is I want to smash something out, I'll end up prioritizing the video, lose track of time, forget to exercise, forget to even eat lunch, and then by the time it's time to go back to work, all I would have done by the time that my morning shift finished was go to the shops, eat breakfast, edit a video. And then when I come home from my afternoon shift, I'd want to finish editing the video, but I also still want to exercise. Then I'd be too tired to exercise. It would just be a lot for me. So I think to start off small and then gradually add more things onto the list. Exercising has been up and down. I haven't exercised for the past 2 weeks, which sounds bad, but I had something else that I wanted to prepare for, and I think I'll be able to tell you later. So I made that my sole focus, and I did get a little bit of exercise through doing that thing that I was doing. It's really exciting for me personally. The thing that I've been doing recently though that I've been really enjoying is eating healthier. So I found this program that I did not know it was going to have like an eating plan in it. But it's a 28-day challenge by Fit as FK. I mean, it's meant to be a swear word, but I don't swear. So I'm not a huge fan of that part of the brand because no matter what, you're gonna have to swear. They have really cool like activewear and stuff, but you're just gonna have the swear word. I mean, obviously it's shortened, but when you read it, it's Fit as. The product that I did get was a 28-day challenge and it came in like a PDF. I started this a month ago. I started doing the meal plan that was part of it. I mean, you're supposed to do the whole thing together and they highly encourage that you do that, but because I was already working out, I just wanted to focus on food because my eating habits just went I just love eating like dumplings, pizza, pasta, but the eating plan that I started, it was really good. And when I was exercising by itself, I wasn't seeing any results at all. The more I worked out, the more I did enjoy it. I feel like I was consistent enough to have been seeing results. And to be honest, the only results I did see, I was getting stronger, physically stronger. This meal plan, I was seeing results pretty much instantly. Not huge drastic ones, but I was seeing results, so I was happy with that. But the meals they had, actually really great, and I don't mind repeating them over and over again, and that's something that I'm doing now-ish. In week 3, they introduced a treat meal, not a cheat meal, a treat meal, and that was my downfall. I mean, the good thing about doing the whole meal plan was that I was able to figure out what foods I was missing in my diet and how to incorporate them. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much except for the fact that I did fall off the bandwagon. I do want to get back on track with what I was doing, but with a few changes, because if I think back, there were some things that weren't so great about how I was approaching things. I need to really get back into my reading. I've been so poor at reading my Bible. Unfortunately, I wish I was good at reading my Bible, but I'm really not. And I'm just gonna admit that, and hopefully you guys can keep me accountable. Hopefully I'll jump back onto the bandwagon. What even is the bandwagon? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was nothing special, it was just a little update, but I just wanted to be transparent with you guys considering I did put up that 2020 goals video back in January and just show that, you know, I'm not perfect, and by telling you guys I can keep myself accountable as well. Something that is also really great, which I couldn't believe, but I found out last week that my poor vacuum video has 500 and something views. What is it now? 536 views, which is insane to me because I only have 51 subscribers. So if you are one of those people who did watch that video, thank you very much for watching. It supports me, but you can support me even more by clicking the subscribe button, clicking the like button, and ringing the bell icon so you know every time that I post, which is every Friday fortnight at 5:30 p.m. Thank you again so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are all keeping healthy and safe and just having a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye!